Stop what you're doing, because what just came out of 50 Cent's mouth has left the entire music industry gasping in a move no one saw coming. 50 Cent has just roasted the one person people thought was untouchable. Beyonce, yes. Queen Bey herself. In a now viral post. 50 clowned her tour's ticket sales, questioned her legacy, and sent a message to fans that lit the internet on fire. Can't sell out SoFi. That's crazy. Guess them hits don't hit. No more. Boom. That single sentence has spiraled into a full-blown digital brawl between the Bayhive and 50's ruthless fan base. But here's where it gets wild. Because behind this so-called roast lies a hidden grudge, a buried betrayal, and a tour sabotage rumor so twisted it could bring the entire Carter empire into question. What does 50 know that he's not saying yet? Why did he choose now to strike? And could this be part of a revenge plan years in the making? You're about to find out, because this isn't just a diss. This might be the beginning of hip-hop's biggest power war. To the average fan, 50 Cent's jab at Beyonce might look like just another celebrity roasting session. But if you've been paying attention to the shadows of the music industry, you'd know this was anything but random. This was personal, calculated, cold. Because this roast wasn't just a diss about ticket sales. It was a warning, shot in a war that's been brewing behind closed doors for years. Let's rewind. Back in the early 2000s, 50 Cent was dominating the charts. In Da Club wasn't just a song, it was a takeover. He was untouchable, ruthless, a marketing genius at the same time. Destiny's Child was transitioning from a trio of coordinated choreography into a solo spotlight. And Beyonce was leading the charge. She was the golden girl of pop and R&B. 50 was the outlaw king of rap. They existed in two different universes, but the industry, it was a tight circle. Everyone crossed paths. Everyone watched each other, and while the public was busy celebrating both icons, behind the scenes, a very different energy was building. According to former Interscope insiders, 50 was never a fan of Beyoncé's carefully crafted image. She was too protected. One source said, "You couldn't joke about her. You couldn't critique her. It was like she was off limits." And 50 doesn't play by those rules. Oh my God. First real tension appeared when 50 Cent dropped a line in a freestyle back in 2003. "They treat B like she Jesus with the mic. I sell out arenas too. Where's my Sprite?" Most fans ignored it. But Beyoncé's team didn't. Jay-Z, who was quietly dating Beyoncé at the time, allegedly confronted 50 behind the scenes, warning him to watch how you talk about B. That warning, it didn't sit well with 50 fast. Forward to Arlene T. Beyoncé and Jay-Z were now hip-hop's first royal couple. Their brands were tight, their music was global, and their influence was unmatched. Meanwhile, 50's empire was evolving from rapper to businessman to media disruptor. He launched This Is 50, started producing, and began calling out the industry, unfiltered. In a now-deleted 2008 radio interview, he said, "The problem with these industry sweethearts is they don't sell tickets like they say. It's all fluff. You can't fake seats, okay?" Many assumed that jab was aimed at pop acts like Britney or Christina, but now fans believe he was talking about Beyonce all along. The tension only grew when 50 began openly mocking Jay-Z. During an appearance on Hot 97, he laughed. "Jay's smart, real smart. Married his brand. Now he got the crown and the queen." It was shade disguised as praise, and it was personal. 50 Cent didn't just see Jay-Z and Beyonce as competition. He saw them as part of the machine that froze out raw artists, the ones who didn't play the game. And that bitterness simmered, quietly, for over a decade. Fast forward to 2024, Beyonce announced her Cowboy Carter tour, a bold, genre-bending country experiment that shocked fans and shook the internet. It was praised as groundbreaking, iconic, and visionary. But then something happened. Ticket sales stalled. Despite the hype, multiple venues reported slow movement. Several shows in major cities had thousands of unsold seats. Some tickets dropped as low as $20 and $50. He saw blood in the water. That's when he posted the now infamous meme, a screenshot of available seats in SoFi Stadium, nearly knee. 3,800 still open. Caption, SHT getting real out here. Hey, the tickets ain't selling. He didn't tag her, didn't name her, but everyone knew. This was war. What fans didn't know, however, was that this roast was just the beginning, because sources say 50 Cent has been sitting on receipts, old emails, behind-the-scenes footage, insider reports, and he's ready to expose what he calls the myth of Beyonce. It's a carefully protected machine that's finally cracking. But why now? Why unleash it after all these years? The answer might lie in a private party Beyonce's team held just a few months ago. 150 wasn't invited to, but allegedly knew about, and what happened that night might be the real reason. This beef reignited in the most savage way. What the public assumed was a petty online jab from 50 Cent was actually retaliation for something that happened months ago. Behind closed doors, the private ROC Nation gathering in late February, a celebration of Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter release, 50 Cent's name was brought up. And not in a flattering way, according to a leaked voice note from a Def Jam exec. The party featured a moment where a few ROC Nation artists took playful jabs at irrelevant rappers still beefing online. One person reportedly said, "Only thing 50 sells now is memes, laughter, toasts, drinks, CLINKING, but what no one expected." That voice note would find its way to 50 Cent, and he was furious. A source from G-Unit Entertainment claims Fifth wasn't even mad about being mocked. What set him off was that they laughed, like he's not still holding weight. Like he couldn't clap back with something that would sting, so he waited. He watched, and when the Cowboy Carter tour's slow, sales leaked. He struck 50's post about Beyoncé's tour bomb didn't just go viral. It triggered an avalanche. First came the Bayhive. Thousands of fans swarmed 50's Instagram and Twitter, flooding his posts with emojis and calling him washed up, thirsty, and a clown desperate for attention. But 50 didn't back down. He doubled down. He posted a second meme, this time a photo of an empty stadium with the words, "Formation." Nah, more like evacuation. The internet exploded. Bloggers ran with it. Mimers flipped it. Even mainstream media picked it up. The Daily Mail headline read, 50 Cent mocks Beyoncé's struggling tours. Is the queen losing her crown? But then, just as the internet was choosing sides, 50 dropped the first bombshell. The first twist, a leaked sponsor, EMIL Just 48. Hours after his roast went viral, a screenshot of an internal marketing email leaked. Allegedly from one of Beyoncé's tour sponsors. The email, with a header that read, "Urgent. Market response needed," revealed the following: slower than expected ticket sales in Wardy. And we all know I've been exploring that. And we all know I've been exploring that. I've been exploring that, my allegedly. For one, of course, allegedly from one of Beyoncé's tour sponsors, Tylis Conduces, to reveal/Majo, with the sectus cast of war, with a Raleigh.cordecor.war.corscoy.org. As we call, we say with it to have to see with we saw it when we unkay with we get up at within with a kind of wicked side to be with the so we I to soda with so you can we kasikani with you kaside you die with a fry kicked I sick I've deck with we I with a for it we can we I to see where we get can we like can Five major cities an emergency push to lower ticket prices on resale platforms, and most shockingly, consideration to artificially boost seat fills to preserve brand image. That last line sent the internet into overdrive. 50 reposted it with 3 words. Told y'all? Smoke. Fans couldn't believe it. Was Beyoncé's team faking full stadiums to keep up the illusion of dominance? Was the image of an untouchable global queen now cracking in real time. And if the leaks were real, what else had been staged all along? The Bayhive tried to discredit the screenshot, calling it fake, photoshopped, and misleading. But 50's response. They said the same. When I exposed Irv Gotti, look what happened. Then came a third post, even more brutal than the last. Y'all still mad at me? Blame whoever priced them tickets, like it's 2008. Ain't nobody paying $700 to watch someone whisper country ballads? Savage, ruthless, 100% 50. And the fire kept growing. But the real twist? 50 wasn't done. A source close to his camp told us exclusively he's sitting on a 9-minute voice recording from inside that ROC Nation party. It's not just jokes about him. It's what they said about other artists, ones who aren't even on good terms with Beyonce right now. The source added, when he drops that, we'll see this wasn't about ticket sales. This was about respect or the lack of it. Beyonce's silence fuels SBCO Lationas. The firestorm intensified. Beyonce said nothing. No tweet. No post. No statement page posted one photo. Her in cowboy boots, captioned, "Let the music speak." Some fans applauded the restraint, but others saw it as evasion. Where there's silence, there's truth. She's avoiding this because there's more to the story. Meanwhile, Jay-Z unfollowed 2 major hip-hop blogs after they posted the leaked sponsor email. Petty. Strategic, defensive. Either way, it confirmed one thing they were watching. And they were feeling the heat. The industry starts to be alight. Those artists started chiming in. Meek Mill posted a cryptic tweet. Smoke and mirrors. Some of these sold-out stories been fiction for years. Joe Boutin dropped a podcast segment titled The Beyonce Illusion, saying, "This might be the moment folks realize the music industry ain't as pure as they thought. It's strategy. It's branding." And Fifth just cracked the glass. Even SSCA liked a comment that read, "There's truth in these 50 memes. It's not just jokes anymore." And then came the first internal ROC Nation betrayal. A junior employee anonymously leaked a spreadsheet titled Stage Set Filled Targets with a note. Every section has a fill percentage goal. Doesn't mean the seats are sold, just that they have to be seen as full. That document spread like wildfire. TikTokers made breakdowns. Reddit went crazy. One Reddit user summarized it best. This isn't about 50 being messy. This is about pulling back the curtain on the Beyonce machine. And just when fans thought they had the full picture, 50 Cent posted one word, tomorrow. No context, no explanation. It's just a promise. Insiders now claim he's preparing to drop a video compilation including leaked recordings from industry meetings, promo team group chats, and unseen footage of papered shows. Concerts allegedly filled with free seat fillers to save face. And if that's true, then Beyonce's image as an untouchable stadium-slaying icon might never recover, because this isn't about shade anymore. This is an expose, takedown, a war, and 50 Cent. He's not holding back. It was 9 a.m. sharp when 50 Cent posted. It the moment that turned this feud from a celebrity roast into a full-scale industry expose. The video was titled, The Facade, How the Beyonce Machine Really Works in just under 4 minutes. The compilation delivered pure digital chaos. The video opened with never-before-seen footage from backstage at a Cowboy Carter tour stop, dimly lit. Grainy, but undeniable. An assistant in a tour headset is heard saying, "We're short by about 1,300 in lower bowl. Do we have any fillers left?" A voice off camera replies, "We got a busload from the student comp list. Should fill it enough for wide shots." Boom! The internet gasped. These weren't just rumors anymore. This was video evidence of what 50 had hinted at for years, that some of the biggest names in music were using optics over actual numbers. The next clip. A leaked Zoom screen recording on its 3 ROC Nation marketing staff a stadium liaison, and a rep from a major beverage sponsor. They're discussing ticket promotions for the tours. The words that shattered the illusion. Let's push digital overlays for the upper decks. If we frame tight enough for TV, the empty rows won't matter. Then someone laughs. She's Beyoncé. People assume it's packed. 50 paused the video and added his own voiceover. They sell the idea of full houses. Y'all just bought it? I told you, the comments section. A war zone. Half disbelief, half vindication. This ain't a roast anymore. This is a takedown. He's not lying, he's unmasking. This is true for Bey. Imagine who else fakes it. Social media DITO and ATS within 2 hours. The hashtag Bey exposed trended #1 globally. Clips from 50's videos spread like wildfire. TikTok creators were dissecting every second. Twitter X was flooded with reactions like, "Did we just watch Beyoncé's reputation crack in real time? This man has no mercy." And zero lies detected. Meanwhile, fan videos emerged showing wide empty sections from her recent Dallas and Phoenix shows. One TikToker at the Phoenix stop said, I paid $40 for a row 10 seat. People in the back got upgraded for free. Now I know why." The post racked up 2 million views in 6 hours. Celebrity reactions turned the TID then. The celebrity floodgates opened. Charlemagne Tha God went on The Breakfast Club and dropped this line, "I love Bey, but if we're being real, this proves everyone plays the image game." And 50 just tore the curtain down. Funk Flex reposted the video with flames emojis and said, "Not even mad. This is journalism with pettiness, and I respect it." Lizzo quote tweeted one of the clips and wrote, "That's why I do general admission. Let the fans decide." The energy. And the biggest shock. Kelly Rowland liked a post calling the tour promotion to scripted to be authentic. The Beyhive was stunned. Was Destiny's Child fracturing? An insider COO NFESCON. Then came the twist that no one was ready for. A former Live Nation employee anonymously posted on Reddit under verified credentials, claiming seat fillers are standard in the industry. But Beyoncé's team takes it further. "We were told to never let drone shots show the upper decks. That's how tight they run the visuals." They added, "Some shows had less than 60% paid attendance, but you'd never know it." Because their camera crew knows exactly what not to show. Screenshots of their backstage briefing slides were attached, complete with formatting guides, camera zones, and dead zone avoidance techniques. It was surgical, clinical, strategic, and 50 Cent had just ripped it wide open. Still, no response from Beyoncé's. The internet begged for a response. Beyoncé remained silent. No tweets. No interviews. Only her team updated her Instagram story with an image of her in rehearsals, captioned, "Legends don't explain, they perform." But too many fans. The silence wasn't confidence, it was avoidance. Even former supporters began to question, everything are her Grammys just as staged? Has this all been one big illusion? Why is she letting 50 run this narrative unchecked? The longer she stayed quiet, the louder 50's voice became. Then came the voice RSU RDNG just when the industry couldn't take more scandal. 50 Cent leaked a voice note from that infamous ROC Nation party. A muffled male voice allegedly. Jay-Z says, "We've built a brand that no one questions." That's power. And it makes people like 50 feel small. Followed by a female voice, rumored to be Beyoncé's manager, saying he doesn't get the invites anymore. He's chaos, not culture. And with that leak, 50 dropped a caption that sent chills. "I don't want an invite. I want the truth." Industry shakes as sponsors review CONTRACTs. Reports began circulating that 2 corporate sponsors were reevaluating partnerships with Beyoncé's tour. A leaked internal memo from a beverage brand stated, "Public trust and authenticity is wavering. We cannot associate with misinformation or audience manipulation, intentional or not." Rumors swirled that Apple Music had quietly removed a promoted playlist banner from their homepage. And insiders say Netflix's proposed Beyoncé doc sequel has been placed under review, all because one man pulled the thread. And the seams started unraveling. But here's the biggest twist yet. Sources close to 50 Cent claim he's not done. In fact, he's preparing a follow-up expose that includes financial reports showing show-to-show loss margins, leaked footage of digital overlays being applied to crowd visuals in post-production end. Even emails from team members allegedly faking sold-out metrics for PR reports the working title of this next drop. The Queen's Court, a performance of perception. Because what started as a roast is now a reckoning dot. And if 50's next leak lands the way this one did, the mythos of Beyoncé, flawless, powerful, untouchable, may never look the same again. By now, the drama had outgrown social media. Beef, it had become a cultural event. Fans, celebrities, media giants, even corporate brands were all dragged into the chaos, each forced to take a side or face the wrath of two of the most powerful fandoms on Earth, the Beyhive and the G-Unit Army. Beyhive strikes back, HRD. The Beyhive went into full defense mode. On X Twitter, fans began circulating hashtags like hashtag Bey deserves respect, hashtag sold out or not, she SLAYS, and the viral rally cry, legends don't need numbers. One viral thread pointed out that Beyoncé's previous tours grossed over $500 million, arguing that a few unsold stadiums didn't diminish her legacy. She could perform for a stadium of one and it would still be iconic. TikTok creators compiled side-by-side clips of packed shows from the same tour, claiming the empty seat narrative was misleading, cropped, or taken pre-show. But even as they defended her, some cracks were showing in the comments under Beyoncé's latest Instagram post. Fans debated, why is she still silent if it's all false? Not saying anything only makes it seem true. I love her, but this is starting to feel scripted. 50 Cent fans flood the INT Iran, and while GeoNet supporters were celebrating like it was 2003, dozens of 50-themed memes flooded Reddit, IG, and TikTok. Most viral, a meme of 50 Cent wearing a cowboy hat photoshopped onto Beyoncé's tour poster with a caption, "I sold out vitamin water. You can't sell out SoFi." Even verified fan pages joined in, praising 50 for doing what no one else had the guts to do. One creator said, he just proved that not even the Queen is safe from the truth. That's real power. Celebrities are died. The industry didn't stay quiet for long. Supporters of Beyoncé, DJ Khaled posted, "Beyoncé is the greatest performer of our generation. Y'all better stop playing." Taraji P. Henson commented, "The disrespect is out of pocket. Beyoncé has earned her crown 10x over." Viola Davis tweeted, "Some legends carry the culture. Others make noise. Know the difference." Neutral but revealing. Drake posted a cryptic story, "The truth always looks ugly." To people who were in love with the lie, subtle jabs from industry insiders. Charlemagne the God, again, stirred the pot. Why are we pretending numbers haven't been manipulated forever? Y'all just mad someone pulled the curtain back. Joe Budden doubled down. Let's talk about the fact that 50 did in 2 days what media won't touch in 10 years. The corporate IMPACT then came the brand Shake-Up. One of Beyoncé's tour sponsors, a major tech company, quietly removed their campaign banner from several platforms. A leaked email from the company's marketing lead read, "We cannot afford negative brand alignment during a controversy about honesty."